Hey, we're back. It's another edition of the untitled Keondre Coburn show here on the Orange Bloods Texas Football Channel. I'm Jeff Ketchum. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We will have videos coming throughout the 2021 season with Keondre Coburn, who joins us tired, fresh off of a scrimmage, and able to kind of give us a little bit of a first-person account of it seemed like your head coach came away from this scrimmage, Keondre, happier than the first scrimmage. You felt like both sides of the ball competed a little bit better than maybe from the first scrimmage. And it didn't sound like you and the defensive line just controlled the whole damn thing the whole day.
Nah, offense came with it today. It came with a different tempo, a different style, multiple styles, if you want to be exact. And they came to fight just like us. And we had to catch up in the back end as a defense. And, I mean, offense showed itself today. And that was I love seeing that.
Well, yeah, that's isn't the sign of a good team that you guys kind of trade blows? That I think it has worried some people that the defense has been so impressive in camp that sometimes it's hard to know, are you guys really that good, or is the offense struggling a little bit? So to see them bounce back today, I think everybody that's following camp, I think it gives everybody an optimistic boost, weirdly. I don't think anybody comes away from today hearing that the offense did pretty well and then thinking, oh, hell, the defense isn't going to be good. It really feels like a good thing in a way.
Nah, defense is I want to be like, we legit. But just to see the offense come out and do their things that they showcase, that they work every day hard for, was nice seeing. I mean, as a defense, you're going to have times, you're going to have situations when you're struggling, when you're not getting the calls at the time that you want to get, when the plays are not working for you and the offense are getting the boost. I mean, that's how the game is, because you can't come in the game, every game, coming in and being the best defense, because there's going to be times where you got to prove and you got to come up a little more. So, offense just did their thing today. Everything was connecting, chemistry and all that. So I really like that.
What did they do? Like, I know you can't give away trade secrets, so I'm not exactly asking for like what plays they ran, but what did the offense do that got it cooking today?
Can't give them the plays, but they did a lot to where they got a lot of the players in open space to where not really in the box where the defensive players could get to them a lot. So a lot of catching short passes and run up the field. Because, as me, if I was a coach, I got 10 yards, get a first down. So anything I get, any little positive yards I get, you're getting close to 10 yards. So they were doing a lot of that. And, I mean, it helped out a lot.
What did you think the defense did well today? I mean, it didn't sound like the offense just went up and down the field. It just sounded like it was a much more competitive scrimmage than a week ago. What did you guys do well?
We did better tackling and running to the ball. I think we did a very good job at that. Different angles to where you got defensive linemen making plays down the field, or you got safeties coming in the box trying to make plays. And then you got people, when it's opportunities to get a pick or something like that, they're getting it. And I think we did a lot of that.
Who on the defense? And anybody jump out today from you in terms of, if we were giving out scrimmage awards today, was there a player or two on your side of the ball that jumped out?
It's kind of hard to say, because when it was a different style. It was like more of a game situation today, to where we were all on the same sideline. So when the twos are up, we were on the sideline getting coached by our coach and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to say, but I mean, everybody probably got one, if I want to say.
Interesting. So the format of the scrimmage changed a little bit today. I know that you guys are going to have 3 of them, and each of them kind of take on a different life of their own. Today was today the dress rehearsal scrimmage? Or was it just a little bit more like game situations?
Sort of, because it was still fall camp today. So yeah. Still had a scrimmage. Even if we were going through the game plan of how a game situation is going to be, at the end of the day, we were still on the field, put the ball down, let's get to the plan. So kind of representative, like getting us started, getting us introduced to what's happened, and to where each week we could take, each day from till now, we could take and like get adjusted to get smooth. And that'll be the first time we got in a situation, pretty much.
Who is, you mentioned making plays in space on the offensive side of the ball, and that was one of the things today that they were able to do somewhat different than perhaps we'd seen a week ago in the same kind of setting. Who do you think who are the players on the offensive side of the ball that when they get into space, from a defensive perspective, you guys know, you don't know the play, but when you see those guys on the field, they're the ones that if something's going to happen in space, they're the ones that most likely create it.
I mean, you got Bijan for sure. When he get in space, y'all better tackle his shoe or try to take something away from him. Roshan too. And you got X. X had a nice play today. Yeah, caught a pass and zoop, took it down the field. J-Mo is very nice with it too. He's very smooth with getting away from defenders. And that was from today, but you have a lot of players that's like that, like Jay Witt for sure is like that. You got Vontae, you got Kyle Money, you got a bunch of people like that, but they just did a lot of taking what they were given. I think that's what the offense did today, was taking a lot what got today.
We talked a lot about the defensive line. Can you tell me a little bit about the offensive line? I mean, it's weird. I don't want to be like, who were the guys that blocked well and did well against the defensive line? Because whenever we're talking about you guys against each other, it's weird to try to avoid the question where it looks like you're putting somebody on blast, right? It's like, well, one guy did really well, so the guy that he was going against didn't. But if the offense did better, then presumably the offensive line did better. Where are you seeing improvements in the offensive line that's allowing it to show up in a format like a scrimmage today?
You know, I could get out the mode of going against them guys every day to where now we're a team. So just for these 2 weeks of going against these guys, the outside of tackles were spot on point. Kirsten is a leader, and Christian by far improved the most out of any offensive line I've seen from last year. Christian is a great player. And then the inside really surprised me because Jake is so young. Jake is younger than all of them out there, and he really had the responsibility of I'm the second leader on the team, then the quarterback, and he did a great job with that. Telling us sometimes when we're gonna stunt, saying when they're gonna do this. The really whole line and junior for sure. That dude right there is a great offensive lineman. And then Denzel. So really, all of them in their own little way are different, but they all come together in different ways. And it wasn't good at first, or you gonna say like, obviously it's not because you're getting mixed around. You got a new center, and I think Jake took on that responsibility and did it very well. The tackles are doing it very well, and the guards most definitely do it very well. They communicate a lot. You'll see them point, do all this other stuff to tell you what you're doing. I'm like, I like to see that because I'm doing the same thing, so you should do the same thing. So yeah, they're coming together.
Couple of questions I wanted to ask you, and then we'll let you go. Stay on the football side of things. It's interesting. Christian Jones is a guy that's been mentioned a lot over camp, is really making a lot of progress. Is there a guy both on offense and defense in the lines that you think from the start of camp? So it's been 2 weeks, I think, in a couple of days since y'all started. So in the 15 days of camp or so that y'all been going, do you feel like there's a couple of guys that have made the most improvement from first practice and where they were starting this kind of fall practices to where you guys are at right now?
See, it's hard to answer that question with a specific player because we all had our downfalls, we had our goods. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, oh, this person I've seen, because I've seen everybody on the D-line, because at one point in D-line, we were gassed at certain plays, so now we're in for a bunch of plays, or we wasn't really running to the ball at first, and now we're chasing the ball. So I want to say we all, as a unit, as defensive line, had got better at something, because when we come to the meeting room, it's not more on what you did good, it's more on what you did bad, so you constantly work on every day. Like me, what I had to really work on was punching out, staying in my gap, getting off the block and trying to go make a play a lot. Sometimes I'll do it for good, and then when it gets deeper into the practice, it's kind of like, oh, you're being lazy, or you're not moving your feet when you're moving. And that was a lot of us in the D-line room. So that's what we preach on more of that. So I want to say as a unit, we got better, all of us, at communication on our plays, moving on the stunts, using our hands, getting off blocks, chasing, all that. In the offense, I can't really say because, me, I'm going to say I beat everybody I went against. I'm going to say that. But in reality, they won, they lost, so they all got better. I want to say Jake because I'm in front of him every play, most likely, or Junior and Denzel, because I can say that. I can't really say Christian and Kirsten because I'm not really going against them a lot.
Yeah.
So them, I'm gonna say Jake, Denzel, and Junior improved a lot. Jake did good with staying on the block, double teaming, reading what I'm doing, or knowing what I'm doing. And I think Jake probably proved the most, if I could say, because I'm going against him every time. So I'll say Jake.
And then the last question I wanted to ask you before we let you go, just wanted to ask like just your general well-being. You feel good? How are you? It feels like if there's a dog days of camp where things really get hard, it would be after a second scrimmage when you guys have been going for a couple of weeks and the finish line's in sight, but it's not quite there yet. How you feel just in general?
Oh, to be honest, it's kind of weird because the past fall camps I have, I'll probably be gassed. I'll be tired. My legs will hurt. The second scrimmage would be, the most tiring one, but today felt good. I really felt good. It was one time we was in there, I don't know, 12 plays in a row or something like that, and I felt good each play. Getting the call, getting on the line, getting off the blocks, and I in my head I looked at myself like either you're in shape or it's not that hot in Texas right now. But and I just feel good. Like right now I'm tired, but I'm not tired from practice. I'm just more tired. It's the same thing we do it every day. And every day they do a good job. Our strength staff did a good job of every day they try to work on something of not just having. So like we'll be one day we'll lift, and then one day we're literally just roll out, doing exercise to get our legs back, get our body back. And different things like that. So it wasn't really a lot of pressure on us this year in fall camp, and it was just new to me, and it was actually pretty cool. And I mean, I feel good. I mean, I could go for another scrimmage later on the night.
You're gonna go sneak in a workout right now. No, not that.
Yeah, but I can. But I mean, I just feel good. I mean, and we hydrate a lot. That's one thing Craig and Sarkisian and all of them preach on us is drinking water constantly. When you're not even doing nothing, drink water. Try to drink water. Like if you don't want to drink water, G2 can help. Gatorade can help. So they constantly preach on hydration too. So I mean, everything is going good, and I feel good.
I'm lying. I'm going to sneak one last question in. Anybody you want to give a shout out to that might be watching this video, and just while you can say hello?
Yeah, shout out to my mama. I love you. Shout out to my dad, my brothers and my sisters. Shout out to Westfield High School. They had a scrimmage the other day. Shout out to Sam, Big City Wings, the best wings in the country.
Shout out to Sam.
Yeah,
that's right.
And shout out my team, and shout out Texas, and shout out the Longhorn fan base. Shout out y'all. I wouldn't be here without y'all. And thank y'all for supporting me, and thank y'all for supporting Orange Bloods. I mean, it's just the start of it. Let's keep it going. Hey,
Keondre, go enjoy the rest of your night. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend. Relax, refresh, and we'll do it again early next week, man. I appreciate it.
Sir, thank you.
For myself and Keondre Coburn, we'll do this again. Hopefully, you know what? By next week, we're just gonna pick a name for the show. We'll have a jingle.
How about you put like a little thing out? What should the snack show be or something like that? Then
I know. I'll create a poll. We'll see what the people say, and we'll go from there. For myself and Keondre Coburn, thanks for watching. We'll do it again soon. Later.